Imagine two of your stores running the same shift. One is getting slammed with tickets while the other is dead and staff are waiting around. You have a line cook who somehow got scheduled at both spots, and your phone is blowing up with frantic texts. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. When every store runs by its own set of rules, you end up with expensive errors, accidental overtime, and messy payroll. Let's talk about tips to schedule across multiple locations that help you save time, cut down on labor waste, and stay compliant. We'll break this down into 3 specific parts. First, we'll look at standardizing your rules for consistency between stores. Second, we'll explore the importance of connecting your tools so everyone looks at the same numbers. Third, we'll talk about how to make cross-location staffing work so you can share people without burning out your employees. First, standardize scheduling and communication across locations. Put all schedules in one place that managers can access, like a shared calendar or scheduling software. Use one central channel for communicating announcements and chats. HCI Hospitality uses scheduling templates across their 40+ Freddy stores. The ease of copying and pasting schedules saves their managers time every week. To help you get started, we've created a free multi-location scheduling template you can download below. Keep scheduling rules and job codes consistent across locations. Tweak schedules for each store's sales patterns, labor budgets, and local labor laws like clopins and breaks. Software that automates labor compliance makes this easy for you. Tools like 7Shifts alert you when someone's about to go into overtime or needs a break. 7Shifts helps you stay compliant even across jurisdictions to prevent hefty fines. Next, integrate your tools. Make sure your POS, time clock, scheduling software, and payroll are connected. Then use your actual sales patterns to forecast sales and make the schedule. When you do this, worked hours flow easily into payroll, and you can flag who punched in outside of their scheduled shifts. Tono Pizzeria in Minnesota integrated their systems and cut labor costs by 6 to 7% across their 12 stores. They connected one app for employee scheduling and communication to their Toast POS. Live sales data from Toast flows into the app, 7Shifts, which helps them make data-driven labor decisions. They check labor versus sales every day, adjust the schedule, and tighten next week's template. Their employee turnover has even dropped about 25% after using 7Shifts. They credit this to the app being easy to use and available in Spanish. Here's a step-by-step action plan. 1. Connect your POS to your time clock, scheduler, and payroll. If you can't do that, analyze your sales reports to determine what time of day and day of week you're busy. 2. Schedule to your forecast using last year's day parts, local events, and weather. Match headcount to a target labor cost percentage or sales per labor hour. 3. At opening, managers should check scheduled labor versus the sales forecast. During this shift, they should check actual performance against your targets. At close, they should take note of sales and labor variances and what to change next time. 4. When it's time to run payroll, you have less math to do for actual hours worked. That data will move from the time clock to the payroll software, calculating wages, tips, and deductions. Once you connect your systems, it's easier to share staff between locations without surprise overtime or incorrect pay. A gradual way to begin sharing staff is to let your trained employees pick up shifts at sister stores. Make sure to set limits on clopins and overtime, as well as travel buffers if 2 back-to-back shifts are at different stores. It's also useful to make employees' availability visible across locations. When you set this up correctly, you get better coverage during rushes and fewer comped meals. This way, you expand your coverage pool without having to hire new backup employees. You keep your best people happy by giving them more hours and more variety. A Jamba Juice franchisee in California likes that team members are grayed out in 7Shifts if they're already scheduled at another location. It prevents them from double booking staff, leading to better shift coverage. You can mirror this exact setup with a shared calendar if you aren't using scheduling software. Take this example. It's raining outside, so the patio is dead at your west store, but the drive-thru has a line at the east location. You post a barista shift to the cross-store pool at 8 a.m. and your eligible staff opt in. The system, or even just your shared calendar, flags someone who would be working a clopin if they took the shift. You approve the other person instead. Now the East store has enough hands and the West store trims labor without hurting team morale. Do you currently let your staff pick up shifts at sister locations? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments. To recap, start by keeping schedules and communication consistent across locations while tweaking for specific sales patterns and local labor laws. Connect your POS, time clock, scheduling, and payroll systems. Or create a sales report export workflow that requires your managers to check for variances. Once that's set, launch a cross-location shift pool with rules for eligibility, overtime, and clopins, starting with only a few rules to keep things simple. We have a free multi-location scheduling template in the description below to get you started. It works with Excel and Google Sheets, so you don't need to have a scheduling software to use it. However, with a tool like 7Shifts, you can get automatic break and overtime alerts, integrate your POS to get real-time sales data and forecasting, and run payroll with one click. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.